Second thing you could do if you don't have money or credit or that situation, you can do a joint venture. So if Marcus is in the person, he's in position, he has good credit, I have the knowledge. I know exactly what to do in the rental car space. I know about Turo, hire car, get around. I know about the insurances that you need to use. I know about the trackers that you need to put in these cars. And then I just go to Marcus, I say, look, man, Pushman Mitch is my mentor. He taught me this whole entire rental car game. I think me and you can make a lot of money. We're just gonna go get one car, and we're gonna put this on this platform called Turo. We're gonna rent it out by the week, not by the day, because I figured that if I put the booking on not instant book, they have to ask me if they can get the car. So I say that the only way you can rent this car from us is you gotta get it for 7 days.
Like win on your level, master that level, and grow to that next space. So like if we can remember and go back to not where you are now, how does somebody get started in the rental car business? Then we'll go into like the short-term rentals of houses. But like if, let's just say I'm working a job, I'm making 30 grand. I got a few extra dollars saved up. I grab my income tax, man. I want to grab a little car on the side. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have good credit. They flexing on you, Mitch. They got a higher than 490. They got a 650. they flexing on you. They got a 650 credit score, a couple dollars to the side. How does someone get started generating revenue in the car rental business?
So the cool thing about business, once you figure it out, is that you don't need money or cash. You need something though. You need a leverage. Like you don't need to do any business that y'all ever want to do. It doesn't always take money or credit. It just takes you to sacrifice something. So we can leverage anything. So if I don't have the credit or the money, I can leverage my knowledge. So I can literally find out somebody who's coming back from where I'm trying to go. I can go shopping. Me going shopping is like I go to a rental car company and then go get me a car, the cheapest car that they got. I just save up my money. Y'all know you said I got a 9 to 5. So I save up my little money, go rent a car. I go see the whole entire process by renting one car. I see how he took my email, my phone number, he took a copy of my ID. I can see where he was advertising it at. I can see how much he's charging. I can see his rental car agreement. I can see every single thing. I get a copy of that rental car agreement and everything. So I literally can have my whole foundation on how a rental car company is ran, knowing the knowledge and skill set. And then when I go shopping, not only do I learn the game, but I actually meet the person who's running the company.
We've got to pause right there because I'm in the giving mood. I decided to offer you a free gift. Absolutely free. Now, I tell you all the time about turning your ideas into online income, but how am I going to tell you to do something and not provide the resource for it? There's so many questions that people have online about what should I post? How do I get my engagement up? How do I get people to click the link in my bio, buy from me? What should I sell, whether it's an ebook, an online course? How much should I charge? How do I launch? How do I do a webinar? You see what I'm saying? So I decided to create a free training and give it to you that you can utilize to learn how to literally take the services that you do or the ideas you have and build a successful online company. Go to www.monetizewithmarcus.com. My gift to you. You're welcome.
So I can go shake hands of Marcus' company. I shake Marcus' hand. Nice to meet you. Hey, what I do is I'm a broker. I have a lot of different, clients that fly to and from the city. I would like to be able to form a partnership with you and send all of this clientele that I got, because I got an abundance of people who want to get cars from you, but I'll be running out. So is there any way I can broker cars through you? So therefore, I didn't need credit, cash. I just literally just come shop with this man one time. Because I spent money, he's okay talking to me. You know, if I just go in there just talking, poking around, he might not mess with me. But if I spend money with him, get the cheapest car, he don't know what I'm using for, I could drive around the corner, come back.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, this was a dope rental. You see how good I took care of it. Everything was nice. I say, hey, man, listen, man, I want to introduce you to an idea. And then that's just me getting the opportunity, leveraging my knowledge of the game. So now if I know I can put customers in these cars, all I'm doing is leveraging the same rental car space that I teach, which is, putting somebody in a car. But I didn't have my own car.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna just use your resource. So that's our broker method. The second thing you could do if you don't have money or credit or that situation, you can do a joint venture. So if Marcus is in the person, he's in position, he has good credit, I have the knowledge. I know exactly what to do in the rental car space. I know about Turo, hire car, get around. I know about the insurances that you need to use. I know about the trackers that you need to put in these cars. And then I just go to Marcus, I say, look, man, Pushman Mitch is my mentor. He taught me this whole entire rental car game. I think me and you can make a lot of money. We're just gonna go get one car, and we're gonna put this on this platform called Turo. We're gonna rent it out by the week, not by the day, because I figured that if I put the booking on not instant book, they have to ask me if they can get the car. So I say that the only way you can rent this car from us is you gotta get it for 7 days.
We gotta speak to that, right? So it's a nugget you just gave. It is not just putting a car on there. So for someone who's wondering, what is Instant Book versus them reaching out? Like, what is that?
Absolutely. So when you put your car on Instant Book, if you do Airbnb and you put your place on Instant Book, that means that you don't get to vet them. You don't have to give them permission. Because they have a profile, they can book it because you let it be to anyone.
Why would a person want to?
Because if you got a 1-star rating, and every time you get a car is 1 star, you can still book my car. You can smoke in cars, you can crash them, you can come back with the car late, you can come back with a different steering wheel on the car, and you still can have a profile. But when you come you let your profile be on Instant Book, I can just come and just book your stuff, even though my record is messed up, and you're gonna be subject to the damages that all the other people who left the review suffered. So I would prefer to actually vet each person that gets my car.
Well, so it's the person understanding you're not just renting your car out, you're running a business with this.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're screening the people that are driving your car, you're screening the people that are staying in your home, and you're setting it on where they can't Instant Book it, where you can look them up.
Absolutely.
Make sure that it's the right person, a person that is mature. Now, similar to this, I used to put one of my Corvette.
Yeah, I just seen you went and picked it up. There's big cobwebs over there.
Right. So I'll keep a few cars in Atlanta. I used to keep Corvette and South Florida. You know, I'm always in Florida. And I wouldn't rent my Corvette to anybody that wasn't at least 25.
Right.
They would have to be over 25. And then I started doing 30. Right, over 30 and certain qualifications, certain things I would ask. And I started getting older gentlemen who had a Corvette in the city they were in come to South Florida and just wanted a Corvette.
For sure.
So someone who's wanting to get into this, they realize they don't have to rent to anybody. It's not like a rental car company where whoever books you have to rent to. You get to choose and say, no, you can't have my car. Absolutely.
And that's cool. So this is just entry level. So how I see it is, I don't use Turo. I started off with those platforms. But once I was able to do what Turo does for me and take the risk that Turo takes for myself, then I stopped using it. So basically, Turo is great because what it does is allows you as an entry-level person to get into the business without having an LLC. You can just do it personally. But you should have an LLC. It should be ran as a business so you can write off all of the expenses. But you can come into the game not knowing much, and they will have the customers vetted. They will be doing background checks on anybody who rents the car. They will do your calendar. They got 24/7 roadside assistance. They're going to take the liability of if the car gets wrecked, they're going to cover the damages. They are doing a lot for you, which is why they get paid a cut of all of the deals.
Yeah.
If you are not ready to do that yourself, then they are getting a fair cut for the risk. Just like if I sign to a record label and I'm just really good at singing and I have no fans, I've never put out a tape, and then I come to Marcus and Marcus is the one with money and I say, look, you should put some money behind me. And I am not guaranteed to go and sing. I'm not guaranteed to show up for shows. I'm not guaranteed to follow up and drop a whole album, but he's taking all the risks with the money.
Yeah.
If he never gets his return on investment, it's fair that he gives me terms that are more feasible for him to get his recoup than I am. That makes perfect sense. So it's the same thing for Turo. But when you are ready to do those things, then you can come to the private side where I'm at. But I wouldn't suggest doing any of those things unless you get a mentor coming back from where you're trying to go, someone who can break down worst case scenario and best case scenario. If that's not your coach, you probably want to get one that's different. So that's my advice on that.
I love it. So 2 things he hit. You should quit working for free. How did social media hire all of us to be their workforce? We're on the app posting videos, going live, creating reels. We do not get paid when we create content on social media. They do, by selling our content to advertisers. But how do you actually build an online business using social media? I want to break it down for you and give you access to it. There's 5 simple steps. I'll tell it to you in a few seconds. Step number 1 is client attraction. I'm going to show you how to actually attract clients that will happily pay you what you're offering. Step number 2, how to capture them. How do you get their emails? How do you get their phone numbers? How do you get them to show up to your event? Be on your Zoom calls. To what I refer to as client dating. It's where you nurture a relationship with people to get them to say yes to whatever you're offering. And I'm even going to show you what type of content to create that gives you brand visibility and brand recognition. I call it social media secrets. You get access wherever you're watching this video. You'll see it in the description and you'll see it beneath this. Let's get back to the episode. The car rental business, you say you got into it through Turo. You went from driving a car with Uber.
Yes.
You had a car that you were paying way too much for.
Yep. Shout out to Jeep Strangler. I used to call it the Strangler.
Right. So that he decides put it on Turo He's making $4,000 something on the side. So he's driving Uber, renting a car on Turo, generating more revenue than what he was making working.
Facts. A lot more too.
And you're saying anybody can get into this space.
Right.